Hello there, and welcome to yet another episode of my Car Mechanic 2021 series. We're on the second car of the uh, Land Rover DLC. In this case, it's the Land Rover Range Rover Evoque. Long name. Yeah. Anyway, so as you can see, excuse me, the body is in not such great shape, but everything else seems to be more or less okay, quality wise. We're still going to restore it to 100%. The engine looks like it's mostly there. Engine compartment actually looks halfway decent. He's missing a few body parts and a couple of tires, but we'll fix all that. First things first, let's get frame straightened out, literally, in this case. Okay. That's all nice and green. Alright, let's start pulling everything off the outside. We might keep the original color. Actually, I kind of like this color, to be honest. It's very close to the color that I had for my I had a 2013 Equinox that had a very similar paint color. Yeah, that was missing a body window there. Something just lit up when I... Oh, the bench. Okay, never mind. Making sure here. Oh. Hey, apparently I can actually get in the car while it's on the... Okay. Sure. But yeah, that should be 1%. Yep, okay. So I know the glassware we're not going to be able to fix, but we'll fix the rest of this. Alright. Sort by condition. We're going to mark everything we couldn't fix. We can buy it later. There we go. We have a rear right door, front right door. Let's go ahead and pop this back into assembly mode. There, now it says Range Rover. Ah. We'll have a fender. Okay. Alright, because I think it was one of the ones we couldn't fix. We got just a rear bumper. Okay. Okay, that's it there. And we've already got quite a bit on our shopping list. Tell you what, let's go ahead and buy that stuff first, and then we'll make another list of whatever's missing. Just try to keep my thought process to a minimum here. Okay, so... Okay. Okay. Buying everything here real quick, and then, like I said, we'll get the rest of it in a separate batch. Okay, so okay, it must be the other body window, I think. Yep. Right, front right door. Both taillights and right rear door window. Okay, that's everything from our inventory. Okay. We'll need a few more things, but let's go ahead and get what we can. So, brand new trunk. Other body window. Front left door. Windshield. Right side mirror. Search. Need left side mirror. Try to get a little predictive with the parts needed. Probably still missing that door window, but that's fine. Like, oh, of course. And got that. Alright, so should be just missing the plates. We'll get those custom. Like we always do. Custom plates. Alright. Good to go. Okay. Body's now 100%. Get the interior. Intact. But I'm gonna mark everything just in case. I think any of this is fixable, but we'll find out. Keep forgetting whether it is or not. Yeah, I didn't think so. Back up a step here. We already got you guys on. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Alright, let's go buy some interior stuff. So we got our bench seat. 2 front seats. Brand new steering wheel. Okay. Okay, body frame and interior 100%. You're obviously missing a bunch of parts. You're obviously missing a bunch of parts. Missing like 3 out of your 4 freaking. Okay. Eat those. Probably missing a. Oh, you got your bearing. Like a multi-piece assembly. Just gonna start marking stuff. All right. We're just getting used to the point where we can basically we can get it rolling just like we did on previous videos. Okay, so front shock A, drive axle U, over suspension arm. We get both of these. Oh, got one thing. I'm hoping this takes just a standard front shock cap and front spring. Doesn't seem to be any others there, so I'm reasonably certain that's the case. Yeah. What I thought. Seems kind of obvious now, but for some reason in my head that was like, take a special one? And like, nope. From underneath. I was about to say, what else are we missing here? Alright. Alright, that one's ready to take tire. See what's missing here. Fair bit. End link, shock absorber, rear suspension arm. Oh, almost missed it. Right there in front of me. Okay. First off, need a rubber bushing for the end of that. Sway bar end link, shock absorber, suspension arm, and shock cap. Oh, we forgot the rubber bushings for the other. Yeah. Okay, I just realized that after looking at that, I'm like, extra parts here. Why? You over there. Alright. Inventory's empty. Tires off there. Be sure this thing uses just one tire size. Yep. Okay, good. That simplifies things slightly. Alright. She's ready to be put on her own tires. We just need to get the tires done first. We are all ready for the next step. Should be able to save these rims. Cool. Alright. Need 2 more of those. We need 4 of those. Nineteens. Need 2 of them. Boom. Done. Okay, off to the tire shop. Standard tire B. And that is a 235/55. Verify. I mean, I always double check this. 235/55 R19, 235/55 R19. Okay, so everything lines up. We may go with a slightly different shade of paint with that car, but we're gonna try to keep it close, kind of like what we did with the first one in the DLC, the Range Rover, or excuse me, Land Rover Discovery. We kept it pretty close to the default. We're good. We just need to balance them. Always do one extra time just in case I miscounted. Okay, let's get the tires on. Alright. Should be able to sit on our own now without the help of blocks this time. Getting good. Alright. Go over to paint. The inset door handles are about my only hang up with this design. So weird. I say that and I've got a car that I can literally walk up to and do the, very little to get it open when I have the key fob in my pocket. I guess I can't complain too much. Factory color. Honestly, yeah, I mean, I know it sounds weird, but I think we're just going to match it up because I actually do like that color on there. It's like a slightly bougie version of my SUV I had we'll say years ago. It was last year. I traded it in for a newer one long before I got let go from my job. Alright. Back to the lift. We'll get all the fluids drained. And move on from there. Right. I mean, hell, we could probably drive this thing right now in its current state. Mostly part complete. Mostly. I forget, because this thing... The other one complained when I didn't take the engine cover off first. Still had all their oil in there. That's nice. Shows it was at least somewhat taken care of. Oh boy, okay. So, next thing on the list here, since we got the oil out, need to get... Oh, it's just a single exhaust tube. Right then. You need to get the drive shafts out, which means since it's all-wheel drive, that gearbox is like a combination gearbox with transfer case. This is going to have to come out. Let's get these tires off here. And pop the drive shafts out. Otherwise, this isn't going very far. The disassembly and restoration, I mean. So, drive shaft out. This is going to need the starter coming out. I need to... Sure. Where are these games sometimes? Because every other car I can get to that from underneath, and it's like, yeah, sure. Okay, game. Back to it. Alright. That's free and clear. The exhaust is clear. All the fluids are out. Should be able to pop this bad boy out, but we're going to do some stuff first. First off, the exhaust section is going to go away because that's most likely a performance part. And we verify that theory. Yep. I have that fresh so that we can put that back in when we get the engine done. For the rest of this, Everything's 100%. Cool. Alright, let's make an attempt to get the engine out. Yay! I learned from the previous car. Thing's an inline 4. And it's dragging that heavy carcass around? I mean, carcass, I say it more like heavy, you know, vehicle around. There. Better choice of words. Right. Okay. So, we're going to do the same thing with this that we've done with every restoration. We're going to basically strip this thing down to the engine block and the crankshaft, and then we're going to build it up with as many performance parts as we can, although things it's a 4-banger, I'm not expecting miracles. We'll see. I was honestly expecting these to have bigger engines in them. Not necessarily a knock, it's just kind of a surprise. You'd think for the kind of money that these fetch, it's like, you would think they would have more power to them. But hey, not a bad thing to be wrong in this case. That is one monolithic engine, or timing cover, rather. Those off there. No camshaft caps? Okay. Sure. Oh, almost forgot you. There you go. Let's get the pistons out. There we go. And there's our starting point. We're going to sell the rest, buy all new stuff, and go from there. Right. Let's get started. Anything else? I think that's a good first round. Steering pump, that's a performance part. Hello? There we go. Not sure what was going on there. I think I might have accidentally clicked out of the box or something. Aftermarket alternator. Filter. Flywheel. Rest of this is standard parts. And we need rod caps. Let me check my inventory after this, because I think I goofed up. Nope. Okay. Thought I did, but I didn't. Alright. Let's get all the rest of that. Get the bearing caps in. Okay. And the last one going in. Okie dokie. Looks like we got everything. I mean, this is the stuff we were holding on to, so. Okay, got an engine head. Need to get your clutch plate. Anything else? Think so. That's definitely not a performance part. Those two are, though. 7% increase? Nice. Alright. Clutch plate. Get this oil pan on so we can rate the engine. Boop. Just like that. We just had a bunch of stuff show up. And get both camshafts. Fuel rail. Anything else? Doesn't look like it. Got ourselves an aftermarket fuel rail. Brand spanking new turbo, 8% boost, very nice. Two generic camshafts. And a clutch pressure plate. Oh, we forgot the... Almost bought it twice. That would have been awkward. Two cam gears, head cover. Right, okay. Intake manifold. And almost forgot the clutch pressure plate. Can't forget that, now can we? That's a standard part. That's a standard part. That's a standard part. That is performance part. Okay. Brand new head cover. Got you. Two cam gears. Got you. And clutch release bearing. Plastic intake manifolds. Sorry. It's not like, again, not a knock against Land Rover. It's a knock against, you know, engine designers in general. Probably gonna need some aftermarket coil packs for those too. I have the... yeah, okay. We have enough to do for the next round. Belt, standard part, get that. Everything else is going to be over here. Brand spanking new throttle. 4 aftermarket spark plugs. Looked like it used bog standard ignition coils, so we're just going with those. Okay, got that. Yep, I was right. They do an interesting mix of stock versus custom parts when they do these DLCs. I like that. Keep showing your toes. Most of the time. Nope, nope, go back. There we go. They get a surprising amount of power out of these little 4-bangers nowadays. But I say that and mine gets like 170-ish. Wait, I could just... so I didn't have to take that off? Son of a bitch. Okay. I thought it was like the last car where I had to take the damn engine cover off before I could pull the engine out of the vehicle, but apparently not. Not like it hurt anything, but anywho. These are all standard issue parts. Let's get them all from here and go on with our day. Probably need a, yep, belt tensioner. Good. Another serpentine belt. I think might be it. Like I said, she was in pretty good shape to start with. Here's what bolts there. Apparently nothing we're interested in. I'm just kind of giving it a once over just to make sure we're not missing something. Alright. Let's get this off there and get it back in the car, and then we can go on to the next step. So, right. Probably could put the gearbox back on. We're gonna leave the, yeah, let's just get down there. Get the gearbox put back on, get the thing pushed back down so we can get the starter put back in. Drive shafts will hold off on because of, oh, fix that up. Front drive shaft. Could put that in, but not the other three. Because you got the 2 drive axles coming off that. Yeah. Okay. We get to that because freaking, you know, it's right there. Okay, so that should leave us with just the front exhaust, the 2 drive shafts, or 2 drive axles, and the front drive shaft. Or the main drive shaft. For the rear wheels. Alright. Brain's not working tonight. Sorry. Really? Okay. I'm gonna get to a good angle so I can see all of these. And then we're going to take them out. Oh. Almost forgot the ECU. And that we're going to have to get from under the dang car because reasons. Dang it. was trying to catch it on the ricochet and I missed. Okay, so, right, battery. Plug it in and count to 5. If only they charge that fast in real life. We need coolant reservoir, filter, filter base, ECU, power steering, washer, and air cover. Remember there being any clips on that air cover. Probably for the best. Those things are annoying in real life, especially. Right. So cool. Alright, let's go buy our stuff. A bunch of it's in electrical, so we'll just go there first. Pretend I just clicked right straight through there. So ECU. Got you. Let's see, relay type A. Relay type Bs. Or relay type Cs. Fuse type C. 3 medium fuse A's. Boom. 2 fuse type B's. Got you. And I think that's it from here. Yeah, okay. Looks like it is. Up, 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 up. That's the performance item. Skip that. Granted, it's not a high performance option, but hey, when 1% counts when you have such a, well, small engine, let's put it that way. It's not like you're going to take this thing to a drag strip anytime soon, unless you did some really interesting modifications. Alright, let's get the radiator put in first. Done. And also to the manufacturers of this vehicle, thank you for not putting clips in there and putting actual bolts. Those clips suck. I like this vehicle already just because of that, believe it or not. I'm trying to be somewhat funny there, but it's actually kind of true. Get you guys put in here. Get this buttoned up. Alright, let's get fluids put in before we forget. Suddenly I want Gatorade. No, just kidding. Joke. Forbidden Gatorade. Okay, now we get the oil. Okay. That should be everything in the engine compartment. Part of the suspension, of course. Which we'll deal with here soon. Alright. Sit on that. So, what we're going to do now, pretty similar to how we've done cars in the past here, we're going to get this thing back up in the air. We're going to do the fuel system and exhaust. And from there, it's pretty much just down to doing the suspension work and getting this thing out the door. Well, getting it aligned and then getting it out the door. Alright, so, things first. Thing zoomed me out to practically Narnia, but okay. There we go. That's where I wanted to go. So we need a new fuel tank, muffler, fuel pump, and middle muffler. So since we're already in the performance shop, let's get everything else except for the fuel tank. Air muffler, and aftermarket fuel pump. Again, 1.5, but like I said, every percent counts on a build like this. Rock on. Okay. Oh, come on. Fingers work. There we go. I click in the wrong spot, it just closes the box. It's like, no, not done yet. Okay. Way up here. Okay, exhaust is all connected up. Fuel system is done. Right. I usually do the rear suspension first. That way I can hook up the drive shaft. First, we need to get these tires off. Now we get to tear the suspension apart. Although I suspect with this we should be able to hopefully repair most of the parts. Get them back and running. Obviously, like the consumables, you know, like the bushings and stuff will probably... Whatever we didn't put in brand new is going to have to get replaced. Pretty standard fare in that regard. You out of there. Good. Come on out. There you go. Take these bushings back out. No, this was... That was the front one that was missing all three, wasn't it? Yeah, never mind. I stand corrected. Alright, this torn apart. Want to make sure I got everything over here. Looks like I did. Good. Good, good, good. Come on. Right, because the bearing's still in there. Nerf. Okay. Alrighty dighty. Alright. That's everything off the back suspension. And to see how many things we can fix. Hopefully should make for a fairly short list of items to buy. It looks like we're getting a fair bit of this in terms of what's fixable. Come on, there you go. Just breathe in all that healthy brake dust. Alright, let's see where we're at here. Okay. That left us in a pretty good spot. Mostly bushings and other sundry items that don't normally get to be fixable. Okay, get rid of all the old parts we don't want. Alright, let's go shopping. Okay, shock absorber, 7 rubber bushings, 8 small rubber bushings, both rear springs, a couple of new brake pads, shock cap, because we replaced the other, or we did not replace, we put in one that was missing earlier. Sway bar, the other end link, and a new set of wheel bearings. start putting this side together, and then we'll flip over and do the other. Just like always. Almost forgot the sway bar. For those of you screaming at the screen, I know you're not screaming, but still. Yes, I'll get the bushings in on the crossmember here in a moment. I want to get all this stuff put in over here, and then I'll move over and do that. Clicked on the wrong part there, but that's okay. Looks like everything over here is where it should be. Yep. Okay. Start getting all this thrown together. Looking good so far. Let's take a look at the inventory. So it's just the 2 front drive axles and 2 tires. Alright, so we're good to go. There's one freshly rebuilt rear suspension. Yeah, parts quality is at 92. Get all this apart. I was about to say, why isn't that coming off till I realized I didn't take the end link? Alright, pull all the bushings out. Cross member out. Come on. Didn't hold the mouse button down long enough. Alright. Steering rack, and I think that's everything, because the gearbox is all good to go. That drive shaft is 100% already. So yeah, I think we're good. Alright. Let's go fix this stuff up and see where we end up. And I forgot to take that one assembly apart, but I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference. Yeah, it never does. Okay, let's take care of the other one. Okay. See where that left us here. That one's already 100%, so we're fine there. I think I left us in a halfway decent position at least. Right. Yeah, it could be worse. Could have been a lot worse. Alright. Go and buy some new stuff. 2 new bearings. 3 rubber bushings. 2 sets of brake pads. A new front end link, because we replaced the other one. Inner tie rods. Front shock cap. Front shock absorber. Got you. 2 outer tie rods. And front spring. And a sway bar to round things out. Okay, let's get that assembly put back together. We'll be good to go for the assembly. Alright. Let's get it done. Get the bushings put in. Then we can proceed with the rest of the assembly. Come on. I get a little too much in a hurry there and I end up accidentally not holding the mouse down when I should. Okay. Let's get this put back together, shall we? Get the end link put in before I forget again. And slap that big old tire on there. Back up a little bit. Amazing how quickly the front suspension goes back together when you got all the right parts. Okay, inventory's empty, so let's check. Everything's at 100%. Good job, everybody. Very good. All right, let's get out of that. And let's get you over to the alignment rack. Get the lights and the wheels lined up. Okay, that one's good. This one's staring at its navel. Fix that. Kind of hard to see, honestly. This one's just a little bit cattywampus, but we can fix that. Alright, good to go. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to right click. There we go. And move it to the dyno room, and we're going to see where this ends up. Alright. Yes. So, I think the other one got about that horsepower, to be honest. So, 239 horsepower stock, 266 pound-feet of torque. Let's see where she goes. Again, don't expect miracles. We did put some nice performance parts in it, but we'll see. $376, that's not bad. 138 horsepower gain for a 58% increase. 397 pound-feet of torque for a gain of 132, so 50%. Mm-hmm. Oh, for a mall crawler, it's not bad. That was a joke, by the way. Even though, yeah, most of these are going to end up being that in one fashion or another. Again, not a bad thing. To some people, cars like this are status symbols. But I digress. Alright, let's get you outside. We'll get some pictures. Okay, that one's going to be the thumbnail for the video. That one's for the friends on Discord. Alright, one last thing we're going to do before we take a look at the final result. Ooh, it's got the built-in navigation in between the dials. I like that. I actually do like that. Fancy. Better be real leather. Alright, anyway. Speed track. We're gonna see how fast we can get this thing to go. Same thing like the last one. It's gonna be like, hold your lunch, because, you know, we're not gonna go very fast. Nice general start there. You can hear the wastegate. Sounds like somebody sneezing. 110, 120, 130. 140, so it's faster than I thought it was going to go. Of course, I hit the brakes early, but I was trying to save it from actually rolling the darn thing. Okay, so about 148. Maybe it would have gotten an extra mile per hour if we'd have kept going without the brakes, but... Dude, I try not to throw too much shade. My car's got a lot less horsepower, and the only way mine's going anywhere above highway speeds is if you literally rolled it off a cliff and maybe strapped some rockets to it. It might go the 120 that this thing did. Or 120 plus. I mean, I'd drive it. I don't think I'd be able to afford it even if I had a job, but I'd drive it if somebody gave it to me. Alright, let's look at the numbers. So, like I said, this was an auction find. Yeah, it's kind of rough shape, but it wasn't too bad. Okay, so we bought it for 48.3. Yeah, I know. It was in decent. It wasn't in decent shape. It was in okay shape. As you can see, the condition bonus, parts valued, all the other values on there, how they factored into the overall sale price. So we are selling it for 132.2 for a profit of 83,800. So kind of almost not quite doubled our money. Came close. Either way, this was an interesting build. Like I said, nothing in terms of like big head scratchers, but you know, still a fun build. Do. Yes, make that money. Thank you. Alright, we're at 1.9 million. Funny, I'm finally starting to make money on this garage and I'm not buying cars all the time. But hey, we just got a new achievement. Can't see it, but it says trader. Apparently I sold enough cars to get that achievement. Alright, so this is the Land Rover Range Rover Sport SVR. This is going to be the next episode, so we're going to move that over to here, where I normally work from. And then we have the Defender 90. What's left of it anyway. This is going to be the episode after that. We got our filler episode, which is the Tempest Magnum, which I think Tempest is Dodge. Because I think this is like a Dodge Charger, I want to say. Maybe it's the metaphorical Roadrunner design with the big, you know, fin on the back. Or whatever you call it. I'm not a mechanic, sorry. Big thingy on the back that makes it look like a race car. Okay. So this is good, like I said, this is going to be our in-between episode between the DLCs. That's going to go position 2 because that's third episode out. So we're finishing the last 2 Land Rovers. We're doing this. Better for worse. Trust me, once we get the body fixed up on this thing, it's going to look great. I might even put the racing liveries on it if it has it. But anyway, so we're going to pull another willing victim out of the garage. So, the parking rather. So now we're getting to another DLC I've been wanting to do for quite some time. We're going to do the Mercedes-Benz DLC. As you can see, we're starting off with the SLS EMG and it's kind of dirty, but otherwise mostly intact. He's got, let's see, parts conditions in the 60s, so yeah, I probably paid an arm and a leg for this thing. But yeah, I'll just take that over to clean it just to be safe, because I had a good track record with actually cleaning these prior to putting them in storage. Red interior is interesting. Alright. Get you to position 3, because that's going to be 4th episode out. We're going to start off the Mercedes-Benz DLC strong. The nice fancy car coming off of the, you know, parking lane there, or parking garage. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's got 5 cars in that DLC, so we're gonna be tied up with that one for quite a while. In a good way, of course. All right, so with that, I want to thank you guys for watching. Appreciate everybody watching all the videos. The views have been pretty steady. The last couple of videos I've gone out done really well. At least 30 plus views. I haven't looked today, but I looked a couple days ago, and you guys have been doing great with that stuff. And I hope to keep entertaining you guys with this stuff, and maybe doing some other games in the future on this channel. And with that, I'll turn you loose, and I'll see you in the next episode. Take care.